Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a new moon reading for you in Libra on the 21st of October. This new moon, which as all new moons do, features a refreshed, renewed perspective, a new approach to our relationships and all exchanges of energy where we are seeking peace and harmony. This is immediately followed by the Sun in Scorpio on the next day and Neptune retrograding back into Pisces from Aries. So we'll talk a little bit about this energy throughout the reading. However, I wanted to start this reading with an oracle card from the Talisman deck, and I pulled the Change card. And that lovely salamander or gecko I'm equating it to a salamander, which is a fire sign symbol. This salamander apparently can survive even fire, one thing that cannot be destroyed by fire. So I'm going to read from the Talisman Guidebook. You will be taking a risk or unknown step forward, but listen to your intuition and follow the process of change. The chameleon feels no need to rush. The best opportunity lies ahead, waiting for you. Don't fear making mistakes because they present opportunities to grow and learn something new. Acknowledge that it's a time of progress, and don't waste your energy fighting this move. This change will bring cumulative fulfillment. Be ready to embrace the unknown and enjoy the adventure ahead of you. Use this card when you're ready to step out of your comfort zone, when you are in a new environment and you need to adapt smoothly. Mantra: I am adaptable. This is perfect for you mutable sign Sagittarius. The mutable signs feature flexibility, the ability to change in the moment as needed. The chameleon. I love that energy for you. For the overall energy for this reading, we have the Four of Wands, and this is about an achievement, something you have created or are in the process of building. This is something that celebrates your growth, your ability to develop and evolve. It also is a way that you are acknowledging the community of support that you have around you, those who you learn from and whose learning you can impact. So this is a beautiful idea around commitment to the ongoing growth that you and your loved ones, your family, your community, your friends are embarked upon. And underneath the deck is the Page of Pentacles. This is telling me that you are aware that taking these steps in a methodical, careful, diligent way requires support. You are doing something for the first time. And in that way, you are following the example of others and perhaps even, dare I say, asking for help. With the proviso that you can be mentored. Whatever you're gaining support for, you're allowing it or those who are assisting you to teach you the skill, not thoroughly, but so that you can be a better leader. As you accept that help, as you seek that assistance, you understand that ultimately you have to direct that assistance. So there's an interesting way in which you are open to changing, learning, growing, with the understanding that ultimately you are the leader. You take full responsibility. In the present, we have the Knight of Wands, and this is that fiery energy of movement. This is that hot pursuit of a passion, a new idea, and inspiration. So whatever you're building is based on some really authentic acceptance of your gifts. Perhaps has been, or this project, this development is something that you have been pursuing for a long time, and it continues to be an exploration for you. You are excited about what you're discovering about yourself and about it, and understanding that your inspiration, what guides you, is motivating others. Others are excited to follow your lead, to join you, to learn about what inspires you. I feel like this movement is akin to being a light bearer of some sort, in whatever way that means to you. Certainly, teaching is always a possibility for Sagittarius, the sage, but it's exposing or externalizing this knowledge you have or are gaining. In the past, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. This, again, is an energy that resonates so deeply with what I see as the independence that Sagittarians crave, value greatly. It is the bedrock on which you can choose what is best for you. This is how you can maintain your integrity, because you have the power, you are unfettered in determining the light, the direction of your path, in investing in yourself in ways that only you understand. This is giving me a lifelong learning vibe here, that you have navigated your way through experience, through your professional life, as a series of learning steps, perhaps a series of educational opportunities that may appear disparate on the outside, but actually, even to you, this may have seemed kind of random, but actually you're now understanding how each new skill set has contributed to the sense of sovereignty and pure joy that you have in the continual cultivation of your own garden. In the future, the Hanged One. This feels to me as though you are determining the best way forward, not only for your own growth, but how you are serving your community in very dark times. I feel as though you are watching, you are observing, you are stepping back, and you are not participating overtly. You're taking a break. And I have to say that this feels like a very long and extended break. It isn't that it's been one long vacation. Instead, I do believe you have been building into your routine, perhaps over the past year or more, little breaks, or an awareness that a constant vigilance, witnessing of the way in which you expend your energy has depleted you. Overdoing, overgiving, overpromising, not only to others, but to yourself. And this is, again, talking about slowing down. There is no rush. Particularly for those of you that have been working at something for decades, not always clear about what it was you were working at. But as it becomes clear in these moments, you recognize that everything about your life, all the details of your mundane activity, are being rethought by you, so that you preserve what is best about your effort and apply it in a way that invigorates you, that motivates you to continue to maintain your energy, your pace, and your willingness to serve. I'm going to clarify this with Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas tarot cards. Even though they are Disney, They are plenty uh, uh, dark and magical, I think. This is a nod to Samhain, the Celtic New Year, Halloween, one of our traditions in the Western world that is practiced all over the world in the Harvest Festival, whatever that looks like or means to any of you in the Northern Hemisphere. So the thinning of the veil is part of what we acknowledge at this time. Dawn and dusk and the blackbird. Cravens, rose, all blackbirds are seen as harbingers of energy, information from one world to the next, from one world to other worlds, multiple other worlds, not simply life and death, but the energy that flows back and forth with the wisdom of both. I will clarify the present, past, and future and pull an oracle card at the end. And if this reading is resonating with you so far, please like this video. Please share this with others if you feel inclined to do so. And subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I'm going to clarify the past, the Nine of Pentacles, with the Eight of Potions, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Candles, or the Two of Wands. Yeah, moving forward, even creating a plan to move forward in the past required you to let go of relationships that you had built up over a long time, perhaps over a lifetime. It isn't that you threw these relationships away. Rather, you're transforming your relationship to family and friends, even professional colleagues. The bravery that you have gained through many of these relationships, if it is to break free, if it is to embrace or reject, this has given you the clarity to reach for a significant challenge in your life. One that you are free to pursue in some way that you haven't been free in the past. And this was a requirement of planning your future, planning your move, looking at what it was you wanted to do, dreaming your life, your goals, your routines, and in a way that felt good, and thinking about how you want to feel. So putting the focus on your feelings as part of the process, just as critical as the destination, is part of the shift that's been occurring to you. Rather than quantifying in a checklist of goals, you're focusing on the heart, on the feelings that you want to feel more of, but not afraid of the feelings that you have experienced. In the present, the Knight of Wands, this courageous exploration is clarified by the Five of Potions, that's a Five of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. This is plain and simply the heart opening. The heart opening after many, many failures, disappointments, regret, remorse. However, this being in the feelings of this sorrow, this sadness, is part of what was necessary as a surrender to the past. You have to feel those feelings in order to shed them. You have to feel those feelings and understand how they determined your actions in the past in ways that are not a reflection of what you desire. And that has opened the gates of your heart in a new way. So particularly for those of you that have been burned, that have sworn off love, that have been broken in more ways than you could have even imagined, you might surprisingly find yourself open to love, choosing love, seeking peace and balance in all of your relationships. So this isn't a discarding of people from your life. This is looking at your relationships anew and realizing that you're new in them too, and that you don't see or experience relationships, even when with people who have been antagonistic or hostile, in the same way. That your power to love is greater than the anger, the cruelty, the unkindness that you have experienced from some. And in the future, the Hanged Man is clarified by the Page of Presence, that's a Page of Pentacles, and the Hierophant card. Yeah. So this Page of Presence, Page of Pentacles, is the energy of working hard, doing the steps. It's a repeat. Recognizing that building what you're building requires tools and strategies that you haven't necessarily used before. You may not even be familiar with, but you know enough to get help. And the help is towards your learning the essential value of the help that you're getting, the essential value of the tools that others are using on your behalf. Because you understand that ultimately this is your commitment. The Hierophant is about you sinking into the fact that you have been on this path for a long time, that this is your path. And part of that is the way in which you share what you've learned, allow others access into the places you've been, and the way in which you honor the traditions of your gift. And honoring the traditions here feels very important. So some of you who are seekers, healers, advisors, counselors, teachers are sinking into exploring the history or the traditions of a particular methodology that you use, or a particular healing method that you find most useful, or the way in which some of these methods and traditions have evolved historically, culturally, as a way of deepening that understanding and a way of evaluating your perspective in a higher, from a higher, in higher terms, in spiritual terms. So that the retreat is not just about understanding who you are better, but it's about learning about your ancestors, those that came before you, the tradition that you're upholding and that you've now become a part of. I'm going to finish this reading with a seed and sickle card, and the citrus sort of popped up in an important way. The number 45 is the number 9. It's emphasizing not only the Hermit, but the number 9 card, 9 of Pentacles, that you've received your independence. So I'm going to look this up and read from the guidebook. And citrus reads, this is a card of capability and empowerment. You've been stuck in a limbo lately, waiting for someone to make the time to help you. Ultimately, however, it will be faster to brush up on the skills you lack and do things yourself. Be like a citrus fruit with all its important nutrients. Fill yourself with value and strength that will benefit you both now and in the future. Sagittarius, if you've enjoyed this content, please Like this video, share this video. I appreciate all the ways that you support me, and check out more content here. Until next time, namaste.